possible that I could possibly get infected if I was wearing, this kind of mask. Anything is possible, but the question is, how do you reduce the risk? So imagine that your nose reduces the likelihood of a virus getting to your throat by about, let's say, 80%, just for round numbers. And that a mask reduces the likelihood of a virus getting to your nose by, let's say, 80%. And that staying 6 feet away reduces the likelihood of a virus getting to your mask by, let's say, 80%. Now, all combined, you're in the high 99s by putting those three things together. Any two of them together would get you 96% safe. And any one of them would be 80%. So adding things together makes you more and more safe. What does a mask do? If you think about viruses are always dying. Viruses aren't bacteria. Bacteria are always trying to grow. A virus does not grow outside of a body. So the first way to get infected is by touching your face. Even surgeons touch their faces all the time. Everybody does. It's it's humankind. But if the mask is there, you keep that infection from happening. Whether it's a crummy mask or a great mask, it doesn't matter. It works. The second way of getting infected is with a droplet of water that's teeming with viruses. A droplet of water might have 1 million copies of a virus in it. And that droplet gets into your nose, and you've got 1 million copies in your nose, right? If that droplet hits your mask, even a crummy mask, it stops on the outer layer almost always, and therefore it doesn't get to being a problem. By the time that droplet dries out completely and we just have virus particles, tiny little particles, they're mostly dead because virus particles don't live very well without moisture, right? And therefore, if they did come through the mask, there are, one, lot less of them, and two, they're not likely to be infectious anymore by the time they get to you. Yeah, one of the key components of figuring out how to behave in this whole new world is figuring out where you can be safe and where you're not. If you're a doctor and you're going into the operating room, you behave differently when you're all suited up and scrubbed up than when you're out of the operating room, right? So we need to do that same sort of idea when we're going from our safe house or car out into a shopping center or, for a walk on a crowded street. Don't do anything special when you're in your safe zone. But when you're not in your safe zone, that's when you pay attention to how to not.